let's take a look at symbols and some more advanced blending options in Illustrator. Symbols are super powerful. You can basically take anything that you draw in Illustrator, define it as a symbol, and then make copies of it. And you can update the symbol and it updates all of its copies, all of the symbol instances. It's incredibly useful for anything that you're going to make multiples of. In fact, there's a tool called the symbol sprayer that allows you to make multiples of a symbol very quickly. It can be really handy. All right, so I'm going to start with this little piece of artwork right here, this acorn. And I'm going to define it as a symbol. Remember, if you don't have your symbols panel up, you can go to the window menu, scroll down until you find the symbols panel and open it up. There it is. So with my acorn selected, I'm going to come over here and click on the new symbol icon, call it what I want. And, movie clip or graphic, that's really for using Flash. It doesn't really make a difference in Illustrator. Dynamic versus static. The default is dynamic, and essentially a dynamic symbol is one. If you modify a symbol instance, it still stays connected to the original symbol, whereas a static symbol, it's broken and is no longer connected to the original symbol. Anyway, I'm going to leave it on the dynamic symbol as the default. Okay, so now that I've got my acorn symbol, I can, click on the Place Symbol Instance button, and it places an instance of my symbol. I can click and drag from here out into the artwork. So let me get rid of those. So check this out. I've added the symbol sprayer to my toolbox, right? And if you don't have it, you can click on the edit toolbar and find the symbol sprayer and drag it out of here into your toolbox. But essentially what this tool does, it allows me, like whatever symbol I have selected, let me zoom out a bit, I can spray instances of that symbol. Pretty cool. In fact, there are all sorts of tools here that will allow me to modify those symbol instances after I've sprayed them. So like here's the scruncher tool. If I click and drag, or actually this is the shifter tool. I can shift things around. Here's the scruncher. This allows me to click and pull them closer together, scrunching them. Sizer, I can size them up, or I can size them down. If I hold down the Option or Alt key, it'll size, it'll reduce their size. Here's a spinner. If I click and drag, I can spin them whatever direction I want to go. Stainer tool. If I click on a color, I can then come and stain those symbol instances that color. Pretty cool. And likewise, the symbol screener tool allows me to make them semi-transparent, right? All sorts of cool stuff that you can do. All right, so that's like symbols and symbol sprayers. You can very quickly create a random, generated pattern doing that. Okay, so, but I'm going to create a little more controlled use of my symbol. I'm going to create a blend from these symbol instances. In fact, I'm going to hold down the Option key, click and drag my symbol, right? And I'm going to create a blend, right? A 5-step blend in between these two acorns. So object menu, blend, blend options, and I'm going to set the number of steps to 5. I'm not sure that that took. Hang on, let me double check. No, it didn't. Okay, 5 steps. And here, the orientation for the blend options, this is important because I'm going to actually blend this on a curve. So instead of aligning it to the page, I'm going to align it to a path. That'll be important later. All right, I'm going to click OK. All right, check this out. Any blend that you make, you can replace the spine. Of course, I have to make the blend first, right? Object, blend, make. The shortcut is Command Option B or Control Alt B on a PC. All right, so there's my 5 instances in between my original 2, so 7 total. Okay, I'm going to shift click this path that I've drawn, this curved path. Watch this. Object, blend, replace spine. It'll replace the spine of the blend with that path. Pretty cool, huh? Now, I'm going to adjust their position because they're upside down. You know, you can take a look at these options. There's the reverse spine or reverse front to back, right? So if they're not going the right direction, you can try one of those. And if it's still not just right, you can treat a blend almost, it's like a group. If you double click it, you'll enter isolation mode. And now I can click on, like this instance, rotate it a bit, and the blends will, those steps in between will react to the way that you've modified this. And in fact, I think I need to make these a little smaller so they'll fit better. So I'm going to click on, again, the originals and hold down Shift, and I'm choosing Option as well to size them to the center. Okay, now I can double click to exit isolation mode and move these down into place. All right, not too bad. And in fact, if I need to, I can get the direct select tool, right? The shortcut is the A key on the keyboard. I can click on that path after I've drawn it, and I can adjust it a bit if I need to, right? I can reposition it or adjust the curve however I want. Okay, so I'm going to select both of those, the collar and the blend, move it into place here. Maybe nudge it a bit. Okay. Now, let's do something similar here. I've already created a symbol for this leaf. And I'm going to create a similar blend, right? Option, click and drag, select them both, go to the object menu, choose blend and blend options. This time I only want 3 steps in between. And again, I'm choosing to align it to the path because I'm going to put it on a curve later. All right, so Command Option B or Control Alt B to create the blend. I'm shift clicking my path, object, blend, replace spine. There we go. And if I need to edit it, I double click to enter isolation mode. Click on one of them. I'm going to rotate it and rotate this one. Cool. Okay, I'm going to get the direct select tool, click on the path, and if I need to, I can modify it a bit. Okay, and when I'm done, double click to exit the isolation mode. All right. So I've got one issue here, and that is that I've got two leaves at the end that are going to stick out, right? So what I'm going to do is use the shirt shape. I'm going to select the shirt shape and duplicate it. I'm going to hit Command C to copy it, Command F to paste it in front. And I'm going to use that duplicate of the shirt to clip those leaves so that they appear to be wrapping around instead of sticking out like they are right now. Now the trick is, to do this, I have to create a clipping mask. Okay, so a clipping mask, you can take any shape and place another object inside of it. The only caveat is that that shape has to be on the top in the layer order, so it has to be above the shapes that you're placing inside it. In this case, the shirt has to be in front of the sash, right? So I'm going to hit Command Shift and the right bracket key to move it to the very top of the layer order, or again, Object, Arrange, Bring to Front would do the same. So it's in front of my sash and my leaves. So I want to select the leaves, the sash, and that shirt. So if I click and drag a selection window with the selection tool, so that it includes all of those things, I don't have to do I don't have to encompass the entire group. I just have to make sure that that window overlaps the things that I'm selecting. All right. So now, Object, Clipping Mask, Make. The shortcut is Command 7. So if you use this a lot, remember Command 7 or Control 7 on a PC. What this does is it takes that top shape and places the elements below inside that shape. And that shape, in fact, becomes transparent. It's just a shell, right? So my original shirt is still underneath here. I just copied it so I could create a clipping mask. All right. All right, the last thing I want to show you is what happens if you've placed all these symbol instances and you decide you want to adjust one. Well, adjust the original symbol. So I'm going to go to the Symbols panel and double click my cottonwood leaf symbol. Okay. So if I, for instance, I want these, strokes inside here, instead of them being light green, let's say I want to make them red. All right, so all of the veins of my symbol now are red. And when you're editing a symbol, it shows it to you, there on your artboard, hides everything else temporarily. So check this out. I can exit the symbol editing mode now. And when I back up, all of my leaves now have red veins. That's the power of using symbols. So if you're going to, create a repeated element, create a pattern, for instance, it's a good idea to turn that into a symbol first. That way, if you need to edit all of those symbol instances, you just reach for the original symbol, edit it, and they're all updated. All right? Pretty cool. Okay, there you have it. Pretty powerful stuff in Illustrator. Between blends and symbols, you can do some pretty amazing work. All right, good luck.